The KCMO Morning Show with Chris Diggle.
Why are so many Kansans proudly supporting Kevin Yoder? Because Kevin Yoder wants to take our Kansas values to Washington and get our country back to work.
We need leaders who can stand up and cut spending. We need leaders who can fight tax increases. I did it in Topeka, and I can do it in Washington.
I'm a Yoder voter mom.
I'm a Yoder voter.
I'm a Yoder voter.
And I'm a Yoder voter.
I'm Kevin Yoder, and I approve this message.
Telephone number 576-7710, star KCMO, free call. Are you a Yoder voter? Apparently enough of you were yesterday in the Kansas Congressional 3rd to make him victorious, and he's up already, raring to go early this morning. Mr. Yoder, congratulations. Welcome back.
Thanks, Chris. I like the sound of that radio ad.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
You gonna stay with that straight through the fall, save a little dough?
Well, I just keep pushing that one.
It worked for you, buddy. How'd it go?
It was great. Yeah. I'll tell you what, Chris. It was an amazing experience last night. We had so many good supporters come out for us. We've got a lot of momentum. We feel like we've got a lot of energy, and we're just ready and raring to go this morning, heading towards November.
Kraske posted last night on the Falling Stars blog there, even before the polls closed, a group called Kansas Families for Education, billing itself as the state's leading pro-education advocacy group, said they plan to protest your primary party. Did they? Will they? Have they?
I did not witness it. I heard that there were individuals out there.
They say that you campaigned as a moderate, and you promised your constituents you would protect the interests of schools, but then you decided to run for Congress, and in a tough Republican primary against anti-education conservatives, you turned your back on schools and kids.
Yeah, it's pretty good rhetoric. I mean, we've always been huge supporters of public education. I'm a product of public schools. I'm KU. I was student body president there, so I know how important education is to this community. But I also know as we try to grow state government and the federal government's role into education, we get a worse product out here in the heartland. And so I think their perspective is probably similar to Stephanie Moore in that they like programs like No Child Left Behind, and they like bigger state and federal control. And I'm not going to head in that direction. I think returning support and power to the school boards here in the community has always been my perspective and what I fought for in Topeka every year.
Will you be able to close ranks with the 8 other folks on the ballot that were challenging you in the Republican primary and the people that turned out to support them? I would say specifically to Patricia Leitner supporters. Can you win them over? Have you won them over? Do you think there's going to be much of a leap from her to you if they supported her yesterday?
I mean, we were in a 9-way primary, so certainly, it takes a little bit for everyone to get fully comfortable with our campaign. But we stood for many of the same issues: limited government, less federal spending, reduction in the size of the federal government, power back to the individuals back here in the Midwest. And I think those issues transcended every candidate that was in the race. I've already had several of them that I've talked to that are saying they're ready to jump on board and help in any way they can. Ms. Leitner called last night and left a message, and so we're getting very good communication and feel good that we'll be able to shore up any loose support that's out there.
And, of course, the task at hand, and by the way, we're with Kevin Yoder here on KCMO, winner of the Republican nomination to face Stephanie Moore, wife of current Congressman Dennis Moore in the Kansas Congressional 3rd. We know, you and I have talked about this, she already has a ton of money. Democrats clearly think this is a seat they can hold on to. I kind of liken it to when they threw, the Democrat Party did, a bunch of money behind former Kansas City Mayor Kay Barnes challenging Sam Graves. It went nowhere. I just don't think the same support that maybe Dennis Moore enjoyed will be there for his wife, because I think even Republicans or moderates that might have supported Dennis see this as a pretty cynical play. How do you view the support she has in the district right now?
Well, we think it's pretty weak. We don't know that she has a huge base of supporters. We do know they're going to bring a lot of money in, a lot of special interest money coming in from Washington. It's already starting to come in already. I think the Democratic Party has purchased some $700,000 of TV time in October on her behalf already, and so we know that they're going to throw a huge war chest at us. But we know at the end of the day that voters in this area are tired of the policies of Nancy Pelosi. They're tired of the policies of the president, and they want someone to stand up for them. And I think ultimately that we'll stand with the people, and she can stand with the special interests in Washington.
And finally, Kevin, do you believe the RNC, the Republican Party nationally, have you talked with those people? Do you believe wholeheartedly they're behind you financially, verbally? They're going to back you because they believe you can do this. I hear from some Republicans in some districts, the RNC is known for kind of folding up the tent and saying, well, that's one we're just going to chalk up as a loss.
Well, we think we'll have support from them, but our focus is on the voters of this district, and ultimately, at the end of the day, it's their opinion that matters most to us, and so we'll spend our time focusing on them. But certainly, we know this race is going to have national implications, and we'll probably get some focus from national Republicans as well.
It'll arguably be one of the most hotly contested, most hotly focused upon House races in the country. You know that.
Absolutely, and we think it's going to be a referendum on Nancy Pelosi, and that referendum is one that we will win.
Well, I know you're due for a rest, and I know we're going to talk often as we progress toward November. So Kevin Yoder, he's your Republican nominee to take on Stephanie Moore this fall. Kansas Congressional 3rd. Congratulations again, Kevin.
Thanks, Chris. Appreciate it.